So yeah, I posted that stuff to Twitter for the BlizzCon meetups like 30 minutes ago, and as soon as they went up, I got a message from Sal saying, "Oh my goodness, it just occurred to me that time zones occur."
Which is
Basically,
weird.
yeah, she's Central Time at the moment, and she's like totally switched off. It's 8 o'clock, and she thought we were starting in an hour. So she lickety split like corrected the show notes, which was great, but she wasn't able to actually do the show. So I brought in a scab.
Not you. You can keep talking.
All right, let's see here.
Oh, this will be good. This will be good because if I don't have a profile picture, I can cheese it with this.
I can tell these are Sal's questions.
Does it sound like Sal in your head when you read them?
Yeah, I came across a couple where I'm like, yep, that's Sal.
Sal's notes. That's funny. Oh, that really makes me bright. Oh, let's fix that. Actually, I could probably turn on another light here. Oh, here, have a cat.
Nice.
You have a fill in. Come here.
I swear I can cut this.
Tell you, it's the Knights of the Orange. It's the Night of the Orange Tabbies. All right, you can get back in my lap now.
Okay, so explain to the world why the armor that you're building in the background has,
Nibble.
I'm going to say, orange nipple tassels.
My God, why wouldn't it?
You make a good point.
Brilliant.
You know, it's a fashion statement.
Hey, Sprout. Hey, Kaya. How you guys doing tonight?
Wishing they had orange nipple tassels.
Didn't you know the great medieval fighters of their time were, you know, it's like the nipples on breastplates.
I mean, if Batman does it, right?
If it's good enough for Batman.
And not just any Batman, the world's sexiest man Batman.
The Batman.
Did he not at that time, George Clooney, make or win world's sexiest man?
He
Sexiest
may
man
have.
alive?
I don't recall. That wasn't a competition that I was tracking the progress of at the time.
Okay. I think I've updated this to an acceptable level to send to you. Because I'd feel bad if I excluded someone that should not have been excluded from mockery. Oh, there's a Sal posting texts at me.
So,
Yes.
do I need to check mic settings, or do you need to check my mic settings?
I've been watching it this whole time. I'm trying to make
Alright.
sure that we got everything balanced as we've been talking.
You're not getting any feedback from me? I think we had that pretty well set on my my mic
No.
sensitivity.
No, I'm not experiencing any feedback at this time.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice having a nice, you know, mic that I can do like what you're doing and not have to wear headphones. Why? There was an option at one time to. Oh, there it is. Haha. The chat has been popped out. Popped. Can I zoom my chat? Yes, I can. That's awesome. Heck yeah. All right. Ooh, nice. I had opened up a bag. There was a
That's
pouch.
always good.
There was a pocket somewhere on one of my bags, and
Oh wow.
found those in it.
Look at that.
And
Oh, Blackheart's got a gift for ya.
yeah, those
Blackheart's got a gun.
were hanging in there.
Is there like a cat perched literally behind Turarts' head, or is it just balanced on her chair?
It's on the chair. It's its spot.
Oh, I'm jealous now. Boy or girl?
Boy, I'm the only girl in my house. All boy animals. Not like intentional, just that's how it happens.
Bunch of boy
50-50 here.
animals.
I
We
mean,
got Nero was my husband's cat. He got him right after we started dating. Fell in love with him because he was an attention whore. Still is an attention whore. This one was the cutest of them, an attention whore. Still an attention whore. And the dog was a gift from my brother. So we just had to just get it.
Yeah, I got the one down there.
is
And
that a cat or a dog?
that's my dog. Tucker.
Nice.
Say hi. Say hi to everybody.
What's his name? Tucker?
Tucker, yeah.
Not Chow Tucker?
No, God, no.
And then we've got
Don't do that to me.
hanging out behind me. You can just see her sitting on her bed right now. That's Pura. And just out of sight in the kitchen, staring at the stove, is Boo.
Because the stove brings good things?
Most likely roaches, as my apartment building would have. Hooray for living in the city.
The biggest, or I would say the best, cockroaches I've ever seen are in Hawaii.
I could imagine.
They
Big
grow
old-
My
like
sister is right now.
about this big. Oh, yeah. Congratulations to her.
Big old B-52s.
I mean, like I was going through some garage outside a mall in Hawaii near Waikiki, and these things about the size of a dollar bill are just like scooting across the parking lot floor. And you're like, your first glance, you're like, wait, what? And your second realization is, those are cockroaches, the biggest cockroaches I've ever seen in my life. And then you've got this kind of mix of pride and horror. You know, it's like, that's amazing. Oh, I don't want them near me.
Hawaii's got coconut crabs, don't they? Or is that Florida?
Those are amazing. I don't know if they're in Hawaii, but those things are phenomenal.
Do they come out of the ocean flavored like coconut, or are they like intended for cooking with coconuts?
They're land crabs, and they climb up coconut trees, and they're about the size of a medium dog.
Yeah.
Not a small dog, a medium dog.
That's
3 or
probably-
4 foot wingspan, and
They
they
have
climb
wings?
up the tree, knock the coconut down, climb down the tree, and rip the coconut in half with their claws,
Yep.
like the jaws of life from a fire department.
Yeah.
Sticks them in there and scissors a coconut open with its claws.
There was a video of one that took a seagull down off of a coconut tree.
Took it down in what way?
Either he snapped it off the ground or he climbed the tree and took the seagull off the tree and ate the seagull.
I suppose. Seagull's not going to be able to do much to stop it unless it gets away.
No, it had it. It was done.
Yeah. Yeah, fine.
Hello, chat room.
Mm-hmm.
So, Galv, do your headphones disappear when you turn your green screen on?
Yes, they do. Unintentional bonus. Especially if I'm wearing a green shirt. Then I have this. I have a clip of me doing a headless horseman bit during one of my raids. It's pretty good, actually. I wonder if I can find it quick. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to find this picture for. Oh my God, this one will do.
Were you able to shelter your weak and your old and whatever else?
Here's
Like the
something
horseman
to
says?
make you feel better, Barf. Here comes that.
Oh wow, I like him. He's trash can sized.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, told you.
Can you
Medium
hear
dog.
Can you hear my kids in the background, or is this gonna...
I promise you I will not be patient zero this time. I've already gotten my cold out of the way.
Oh. So I was chatting with Sal on text this afternoon about what time zones were what and when I was going to have to be on. So I was like surprised, but that's good.
Yeah, she just had it in mind that, I don't know. I've done that same thing before where I'm like promised to be in 2 different places at once because, oh, on Saturday I have to be here, but on the 5th I have to be there. Oh, crap, Saturday and the 5th are the same day. Like, for some reason, it just doesn't compute until the last minute. I've done it a million times.
True that. I can't find my clips under my clips. I'm wondering if it still exists back under like chat channels here.
Yes, Winchester, I did get mine already. About 2.5 weeks ago. Almost 3 now. Orange tabbies, man.
Are you being shed upon?
I'm definitely being shed upon. My dog's over here breathing on me now, wanting attention. You can just see his nose. Yeah. It's
He's
funny
the
because he
loudest
definitely
dog.
has. He's got the Doppler effect, like people hear him coming, and it's just as he goes on past.
Oh, it still works. The clip still works.
Kaya, the shot is reversed because of the way I'm actually capturing my Discord monitor. Like I'm just capturing the entire frame. And when you are looking at your own image in the screen, it mirrors it. So like if you have to rub the sleep out of your eye or scratch your hair or pick your nose or something, you're doing it mirror ways. If it was right ways forward, that's why.
It's not high production value, mind you, but I noticed it, and so I tried to improvise something funny.
Oh, that, yeah. I keep like you're saying, oh, and then this thing happened, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I gotta minimize the view in order to see what you're posting.
Like the trash can sized
Yeah, the trash can crab
is terrifying. I mean, look how big that thing is. Ugh. Snap you right in half.
I could fight a trash can crab. I'm pretty sure.
Not sure you'd want to, would you?
Yeah, because then I would be able to eat its delicious coconut crab meat.
That is a thing, by the way. They are delicious,
good?
I've heard. Yeah.
Nice.
I have an axe. I'm not afraid. I'll go after a trash can crab.
They don't move particularly fast.
All right, so you've been on the show before, so I figure you know what the deal is. But you're gonna hear me playing the intro and the outro. Well, you're not gonna be here for the outro, but you're gonna hear me playing the intro down the thing to you. Don't speak during that because it'll pick it up and the audience will hear it. We're gonna do. It's episode 139. We'll have a very quick, "Hey Galv, how are you?" You're basically just gonna say hi, what's up, and then we're gonna go through each of the hosts and do like a quick, "What have you been up to recently?" And then we're actually gonna get into the meat of the interview, where you're gonna be able to do like a full introduction, and we're gonna talk about what you've been into and like what we're here to talk about and everything. So, make sense?
Yes. I'm going to just give me a high sign to when to mute, and I'll just wait for that question.
Oh,
Next.
yeah, it's, you know,
Pretty
we're
obvious.
gonna do welcome to the show. I'm gonna say our guest is Galv, how you doing? And then we're gonna just go through silver and tea, and then get right back to you again.
Awesome. Thank you.
That'll play well. Do that. Anybody have anything before we start? Cool.
I think so.
Alrighty, let's run it. Guys, we are going to do a podcast in 5, 4, 3.
You're listening to the Converted Podcast, the podcast about the guild Convert to Raid on Airy Peak, US.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 139 of the Converted Podcast, the World of Warcraft podcast, all about the Convert to Raid guild on Airy Peak, US. Today is October 22nd, 2018, and Sal, what do we... Wait, hang on a second. Wait a minute. Something's wrong. Silverbolt, what do we have this episode?
In this episode, we've got Galvanid from Hyjal Volunteer Fire Department, your converted shoutouts, Esh and T with the Guild Haps and Raid Report, and get ready for BlizzCon.
That is right. I am Barfolomew the Paladin with us tonight for the very first time on the Converted, let's say. Because, oh my goodness, we barely had you on last time. It's Galvanid. Galv, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm surrounded by critters and little people and having a grand old time this week. Appreciate it. How are y'all doing?
Couldn't be better, man. Thank you so much for coming in to hang out with us today. I want to know, hey, Turarts, how has your 2 weeks in the Warcrafts been?
Pardon me. It has been good. Still grinding out some reputations. I did stream some LFR last Friday, and people have no clue what they're doing. So that was a lot of just trying to stay calm because there happened to be a fellow CTR in there. I don't know who they were. Like, I know their name, but I didn't recognize it. So I'm like, I can't lose my stuff. Gotta stay cool. Because normally I probably would have dropped. It got so bad. Stream or no stream, I just was going to be like, nope, we're done. See you later. But I'm like, nope, there's a CTR person in there. I don't know if they know I'm in here, but I got to keep cool. I didn't really say anything in chat. I never do in LFRs unless it gets really bad. And then I'm like, dudes, just do this so we can get this done because I want to go home. But yeah, it was bad. It was super bad. So that's a thing. That's a thing. LFR is not any better than what I thought it would be. Outside of that, no, just grinding gear and finally getting an alt up. I didn't do that at all last expansion because I just didn't. So we're going to try and do an alt this expansion and see how it goes. But yeah, it was LFR really just got me. It did. I wanted to rage crit super bad. I haven't had that in a while, but the tanks were just being butts. So yeah, that's been wow. LFR sucks.
Was one of them a druid?
No, there was no druid. I know that for sure.
Oh,
I know we had a pally at some point. But it's that last boss, Zul, Zul, I don't know.
Zul, the guy with the troll dude.
Yeah, Zul. That's it, Zul. He's not very nice. His trash isn't very nice. He's just a giant pain in the butt kiss. And no, I know we had a pally. I don't know if it was the same pally, but I know we had a pally throughout. And I want to say we had a DK and switched to a demon hunter. I'm not quite sure. I wasn't paying attention because I'm not a healer, so I don't care what color your bubble is. My job is just to shoot things. So yeah, that's just usually LFRs. You get to go in and you get to get out, and it's quick. But no, it was not. So that was my 2 weeks with just LFRs. But chat room, you guys have a duty. Be sure to send me your shout outs. You can do them via Twitter. You can do them via Twitter or in the chat, and we will get them shouted out towards the end of the show.
That's excellent. Thanks very much for that. Silverbolt, why are you here? We welcome you to be here. Thank you for being here. Why are you here?
Well, Sal kind of lost track of time, rather lost track of time zones, and looks like I came to the rescue. I just happened to be online. It's like, so what are you doing tonight? I guess I'll hop on the show. Sure. So, came to the rescue.
Well, thank you very much for that. So what have you been up to in-game?
Multi-boxing. I love the chickens, but for me right now, which tonight kind of proved it, my game time right now has been very limited. And I've been having a lot of fun with the multi-boxing because I'm literally playing 5 times the game in 1 hour. Like the time frame on that. So when it comes to farming, whether it be for gold or anything like that, I'm loving the Iraqi Highlands Warfront, or rather, more or less the rare spawns. Yeah, no, far from a master multi-boxer there, Kaya. But the rare spawns, the gear, like my character's already like 340, almost 350 on their gear level. I'm not doing rating, but I got 3 of the Arathi mounts tonight. So before coming into here.
She got
Can
3
you
of the
share?
Arathi mounts in like 15 minutes
Yeah.
from each other. Like
I got the Red Raptor, the Highlands horse, and the bat.
Did you just open up your mailbox and find like Nimrod's head too?
Yeah, right. Can't quite do that because the classic raids are legacy loot now. So, but if I went back to Legion, that would be still personal loot for all 5 of them. So, but yeah, so that's kind of been my last couple weeks, aside from traveling for work and whatnot. So it's been a very limited playtime. So, Barf, I'd love to know what's happening with you right now. What are you doing right now in the game?
in game, I've been really focus-faced on my shaman, man. I don't know. I might have to change the color of my text down here one of these days. I don't know how much of the pink I'm really representing anymore. My paladin gets all his exercise right now running between the mailbox and the auction house and back. So I don't know. I'm having like an identity crisis. But the shaman has been a lot of fun. I also started leveling a demon hunter just because, she's got herbing and mining, so why not? Like it just seemed like something to do to be in game while I didn't have anything else to do at the moment. Outside of that, I just recently decided again to start counting calories because I want to come down a couple of pounds. I came up from that post I made on Twitter where I was super skinny and everyone told me how hot I was. I'm up a couple of pounds from that, and I went, no. Team power hot all the way. We're going to come back down again. And as soon as I made the decision to do that, the day after I decided to do that, get a phone call from my parents. Hey, you should come over to our place for dinner. We're having Popeyes. You're not helping. That is not helpful. Thank you, though. I will come over and eat fried chicken. So that happened. That was a lot of fun. Also, my sister got married like last week. She's in Hawaii right now, but I got to go and hang out at the wedding. Silver was there, which was really rad. She wore all of the jewelry that she created for the event. It's all posted on Twitter if you were interested in seeing that, because that's some good-looking jewelry. And I think that's mostly it, other than just BlizzCon prep, man. It is BlizzCon season, and I feel it. I cannot wait to get out there and see everybody. That has been what is mainly about me. However, tonight isn't about me, and it's not about any of the rest of you either. It's about Galv. We have a different kind of show. We got Galv on today. So happy to have you here, man. We're here to talk about the BlizzCons, what's cool to do, where to go, where to find your guildies. Galv, what have you been up to, baby?
So, since the last time we talked, lots of stuff. I guess fire department type things. We hit AOTC that expansion. That's great. We've been firing on all cylinders this expansion. We had a really aggressive push right out of the gate, and tonight they're off fighting Mithrax Heroic, and if they can get through that, they're going to be starting to work on Zool tonight for Heroic. So we are just about to AOTC on Guild side. In Galv side, let's see. My business got my company's getting bought out at work, so that's really interesting. My girlfriend moved in, which is pretty cool. Kids started school again. Rhino, see, that's good stuff.
Yeah, man.
And we'll just lots of cool things going on in respect to that. So had a garage sale last weekend, so I got this outside in the cold 2 days while people bought our sundry items. Yeah. Yeah, and I busted out some things for tonight for you guys too. So we'll see how that goes. It'll either be horrible or funny.
What does
We'll
that
see.
mean?
We'll have to get a little further in here and see how it goes.
Well, it sounds like you've been busy both inside and outside of the game, but
Yeah.
where's the pirate costume?
So funny you should ask, and I do have right beside me my Zuba headband with my pirate loot here, the Convert to Raid pin, my ETC pick, and my Silverbolt CTR scale keychain, which is fun because I can do it sort of like the Jack Sparrow. But my guild team in CTR made me promise not to go pirate tonight. Like, don't embarrass us again with the pirate look. I'm like, why is all the rum gone? No, it's not. Can't play that one anymore. So I played a little straight tonight, although I am wearing a logo shirt from my girlfriend's roller derby team, so I figure that's good enough.
Well, it sounds like the team's been busy. Do you have any other news for us? Any stories? Anything that at this expansion that stands out so far?
There's a couple of fun bits this expansion. We got Theory back as an officer in fire department, which was fun because all he really wanted to do is give the dad voice to people again. So that's great. He's been talking trash and chicken, so it's fun having him back on the whip cracking dad voice side of things. Hallen still hasn't said a damn thing, and then Jafafa, who's playing on his DK, Wade Wheelson, is tanking for us. So in the fire department aspect of things, he's doing his weight there. But as far as stories go, we've got really good stories, and then we've got really embarrassing stories. So the trolling is still as good as it's ever been. Like people standing on the floor trying to loot the boss, and someone drops the door out from under you and dumps you all into Mithrax. That's fun, right? You guys are aware of that? You know what I'm talking about?
Wait,
So-
Mithrax. Oh yeah, the floor that falls out from under
The floor
Zul.
that falls out.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Zul dies in the middle of the floor, and some Yahoo will run over and slap the control panel and start opening the floor, and the boss, with the loot, drops down in front of Mithrax where you can't get to him. So, and if you jump down the hole, you immediately engage the next boss. So people are literally throwing themselves to their own death to try to loot the corpse, and then it just puts us all in combat again. So there's been
Which is
some
what you
pretty good
should
trolling.
do.
Yeah, if you want to troll your teammates, it's a good time. And my other team, I also do Tuesdays and Thursdays with Vex on Thunderlord. They're also at the same progression point. They're working on Gahoon, but yeah, Gahoon. So what other fun stories do we have? A couple of times, Murder has Draven has broken the encounter with his. I don't know how he can do it on command, where he'll bubble hearth on the paladin while the boss is enraged on him, and he'll just drag the fight on for 2 minutes. That's always fun. So yeah, those are some standout moments, I think, as far as raid time's gone.
Nice, Galv. So the big buzz right now is BlizzCon. Everybody's talking about BlizzCon. We are all getting ready for BlizzCon, whether you're at home or you're actually going. What are you looking forward to from the announcements?
So there's been some spoilery stuff that I covered on the Epic Fail podcast, and I haven't seen any confirmations yet. So maybe you guys will confirm nor deny my story so far, which was Diablo 4, like a multiplayer online Diablo 4. So hearing something about that would kind of be fun. I'm looking forward to. They're either going to announce some of this is my predictions. They're probably going to announce the next either raid tier or significant World of Warcraft theme, which I think is going to be pretty awesome. And just as a personal spin, I don't mean to be like a big homer with Wrath of the Lich King, but that aside, this could be my favorite World of Warcraft expansion we've ever had. So if they can keep building on it, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
And
this expansion has been weirdly polarizing in that sense, because you're not the only person I've heard say that it's their favorite expansion. I've also heard a lot of complaints about it, and I don't it's so strange to me that an expansion could be as polarizing as this after we came through so many really, really, like, clearly really great ones, and then clearly maybe not so great ones.
I think there's definitely some hits and misses. So how they've implemented the islands, for example, or how they've implemented war fronts, there's some big misses there. But the content that they're delivering, even if it's not implemented in the best possible way, still feels really, it's like innovative, engaging, interesting, gives you more things to do. As long as it doesn't feel like an endless chore list and it's still a game, I think they're winning.
I think, yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. The biggest thing that they've done so far is they've given you choices, options. And there's still people out there who are like, I hate doing this. Then why are you doing it? You don't have to. There's so many other things that you can be doing that are fun. They've really thinned things out and spread things out. I know what you're talking about with like the war fronts. A lot of stuff poorly received. I think there was a lot of unreal expectations set a little high because of the PTR. However, as more Warfronts come out, they're going to be, every time you want to come log in on a given week, you have a Warfront you can go do, which is supposed, once 8.1 drops and we get Darkshore. So it's a lot of, they probably forget, what the first couple months of Legion were like. So but by the time they iron things out and things picked up, but I have to say my personal, what I've liked so far is that this feels much more alt friendly than Legion did. Legion didn't come till like till 7.3, I think, by the time alts came in. This time, I have no problem playing alts. So
yeah, you mind if I tag a friend real quick here? Is that yes?
Sure.
Yeah, go for it. I'm sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
You're live on the internet. How does that make you feel?
Nervous?
Yes.
Did you have a question?
Nervous.
When are you going to start
we were
playing World of
watching
Warcraft?
episode 38 because he wanted to know what the show was about. He was going to ask a question of Turarts because she talked about
Overcooked?
Overcooked, yes.
Oh my God.
My little 6-year-old and I played that game, and I did not do very well. I got very upset at the game, but no, he loves that game. It is a very good game, very tedious. Lots of little parts you have to keep in check, otherwise you burn things, and then they get mad at you for burning things. Do you play the game?
Not very often. My sister and my dad and his girlfriend mostly play it.
What's your favorite avatar in the game?
Your character.
Like character?
Yeah, character. Sorry, character.
The crocodile.
Yes.
Oh, I like the raccoon.
Powerful lizard man.
The lizard man looks cool though too.
What's your favorite recipe?
I like the tomato soup because it's very easy. You just chop 3 tomatoes and go. But burgers are pretty fun too because you get a lot of balancing. Like, do they want lettuce? Do they want tomato? So I think it's very much focused. You have to be more focused. And so when I play with my little kid, I like that.
The one that sticked out in my head the most was the pirate ship.
Yes,
where
the
everything
pirate
was
ship.
moving, and then you had like the kitchens changed.
I
That
got
was
knocked
nuts.
off the pirate ship a lot.
I like the
Well,
burger
yeah.
too because with the burger, you can just throw the ingredients on the floor, and then
Yeah,
someone
you
else
just-
will build the burger for you and serve it, and then somebody's eating a floor burger, and you're in the kitchen laughing your little head off. That's what interests me. That's what I'm about. Floor burger.
What's your favorite recipe?
I don't really have a favorite recipe.
That's okay.
What level are you on?
We are still in the very beginning. We're on like
Uh,
level 3, I think. 2 or 3. We're still very beginning because we're going and we're 3-starring everything. So we won't go past another level until we get 3 stars. So we're playing it probably the hard way.
That's what Elise and Carrie are doing. They're redoing
Yeah?
the levels that they that they have like 2 stars or 1 star on.
I say we tried the level right now. I think we're stuck on the 3 stars. Is the moving semis one. For some reason, I'm not coordinated at all, like when it comes to real life, and so I think that's translated into the game. I'm not able to get that. Like you got to jump. But I think we're gonna steal your dad back because we're gonna talk about BlizzCon for a second. But I like talking to you. Thanks for coming on.
Wait, there's one thing that I have to ask you.
Okay, one more thing.
Well, tell you.
Okay.
I'm only on level 1.
You're on level 1. You'll get there. It gets so much fun.
I don't play it very often.
Well, thank you for sharing with us.
Yep. Bye.
Well, Gal, while we're giving Gal back silver, I have a question for you. Is there anything on the official BlizzCon schedule that's, turning you on?
I haven't really looked at the schedule. I think the biggest mistake from last year that I've learned, this is the biggest thing that I think that we can impart to a lot of people is what to expect on your first BlizzCon. And as great as it is to go see stuff there and the panels and whatnot, I'm there to see friends. That's the biggest thing. Spend time with friends. You can always catch all that stuff afterwards. However, a couple things that I do want to at least do that you need to kind of go and experience is at least one esport while you're there. And this is the first year that we got the Mythic Dungeon Invitational. So I'm pretty stoked to go hang out and see what that's all about, since I'm definitely a PvEer and watching those guys run like crazy, like 22s and 24s or whatever they're pulling. And these new affixes and mythics are just, it's really cool. I'd love to see that live and with a whole crowd of people cheering for the same thing. So hoping to catch at least a couple games of that, a couple matches. The other thing I know we're talking about having like a little mini meetup and hanging out at the fountain for the cosplay picture at the fountain. So kind of watch everybody parade by in their finest. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of that. Wouldn't mind if we happen to hear last minute another instance live, maybe, but nothing official yet. So that was kind of last minute last year. So hopefully we get that again.
Quick question for you then. Do you have a costume that you're preparing or that you're going to bring to BlizzCon?
I am, if you guys saw me last year, I am definitely bringing my dragon again. This behind me is a commission that I'm dragging my feet on. I've been busy with full-time job, new position. So this person's kind of probably hate me by now, but it's coming along. But yeah, I'm wearing my dragon again. I'll have my full dragon head, bringing the vape with, so he'll smoke too. I'll be there. We're planning to hang out at DitchCon, so that's on Halloween. So I'll be wearing that on Halloween night. I know we got a couple other people who are going to be there going in costume as well, so that's pretty neat. And then the biggest hit was last year when I wore it to Con Before the Storm. So I figured I grace their presence again with that. But yeah, I think those are the only 2 nights I'll do it because, man, a couple hours of that, my feet are killing me. So.
Well, Barf.
Yeah. Wait, where are we? Yeah, so same question, Turarts. So what are you looking forward to BlizzCon?
I am definitely excited for WoW. What are they going to announce in WoW? That's my game. So although I do get excited to see, are we going to get new characters in Overwatch or a new map or something? The World of Warcraft news is definitely where it's at for me. And I like the Hearthstone because I feel like some of the expansions are things I want to see in WoW. And I know we've talked about this. I can't remember if it was here or if it was on the Game Case show, but talked about like some of the expansions. Like I want to walk through these. Oh, it was with Azeroth Roundtable. Like I want to go to some of these places and actually walk through the cities and get pickpocketed, even if it's just a couple copper. But the announcements are always great. And then I always look forward to the CTR party, and we're not going to have that this year. And we'll talk later. We have, I say we, I'm using the royal we, it's more you, have some things in the works to kind of still bring that sense of community. But it's going to be very interesting without the guild AIE, and there's no, and I know this didn't really affect a lot of people, but there's no Discord party, there's no Twitch party, there's no CTR party. So I'm excited to see the ways that people still drive home that community and, get together without those guided events. And I'm hoping no DJ for you all, because I hear the great stories about the wonderful DJ, and I'm hoping that you guys get a year without.
Hopefully we're going to dodge that. Barf, how about you?
I'm looking forward to the DJ. I think it's going to be a really good time. He does a great job. He just doesn't do it in the same place where everyone wants him to do it. Basically, what I'm looking forward to, I think Silver pretty much nailed it. I feel like my biggest mistake last year was that I prioritized going to certain panels that I was like, I really, really need to see the Heroes of the Storm panel. And I mean, I did get some free heroes for going there. I happened to be sitting behind a developer, and I was like, hey, I really love the work you guys do. And he was like, great, here's some heroes. And I went, cool, thank you. But I went to that instead of going to Dark Moon Fair and hanging out with people, or going to, wherever. Like, the social aspect is going to be so much more what is going to drive me at the convention. That being said, as far as news is concerned, I'm looking forward to basically all the stuff you guys have already said. Warcraft, Heroes, those are my 2 games, really. I'm sure there's going to be some cool Diablo news. I doubt that it's going to be Diablo 4. They released a statement basically that said, hey, let's temper your expectations. Let's try not to get everybody too overworked on this, because it's not going to be the greatest explosion of coolness that you guys are sort of hoping and praying for. But I'm sure they're going to have something cool, and I'm probably going to play it. I'm going to be honest with you, Blizzard. You've already got my money. I don't know what you want from me. I'm going to be there playing your game. So as far as announcements and stuff like that, I mean, I feel like we've pretty much covered it. The thing that is making me exciting is the social aspect of it. Hanging out with people at the Hilton or at the Marriott, in the convention center itself, seeing the cosplayers and just having a nice time. And
I'm super jealous.
I'm curious to know if anyone's got any crazy happening predictions. I know, Galv, you were starting to get into the predictions a little bit earlier. What do you guys think as far as who is going to be what's the concert going to be? Let's start there. Who's playing the music? I believe it's going to be Tupperware Remix Party.
So there's only a couple of bands that were in town last I looked. And so rather than choose from who might realistically be there, I'll give you who I'd want to be there is an up-and-coming band that hasn't quite cracked the top of the charts yet, but Greta Van Fleet. If you haven't heard of them, they have an authentic Led Zeppelin style and sound, and their covers of Led Zeppelin are eerily amazing. And so I think it would be cool if they had sort of an up-and-coming band rather than. And I have no problem with Weird Al. Weird Al's awesome. All the ones they've had have been pretty good. But I'm kind of hoping they find someone like that. But I didn't see. Go ahead, because I didn't know anyone in the area there.
I don't have the one name that popped in my head, and I wasn't sure if they've done anything yet, or if they're looking more for concert rather than DJ. Because my brain went to Deadmau5. That's who my brain kind of went to, but that's more house music, techno dance kind of thing, than an actual band. I was actually just kind of pulled up my phone real quick. I've got an app called Songkicks. I'm like, oh, who's touring? Who could it possibly be? Who could be there? And I don't have anything. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think what would be family friendly. What would be, well, I mean, Metallica's not quite, but
they've had such a wide array of different bands,
right,
that I don't even I don't even know where to begin. Let's just throw Smash Mouth out there. I'm gonna predict them.
That was one prediction I heard. That might have been pretty good on you
Or
there.
NSYNC's gonna get back together and they're gonna do a concert there. That's mine.
I'd see
Smash
the
Mouth or
Offspring.
NSYNC. I would do the Offspring.
The Offspring. There you go. Winchester in the chat room said Trivium. It's in Anaheim that week. We got anybody else?
Draven is saying it's him. I doubt it.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say you're right there.
Yeah.
It's going to be Rush, but they're all going to be dressed as warriors, and they're going to change their name to Charge just for that day.
Hearthstone humor. Delightful.
Yeah, I don't have any crazy predictions going on. I mean, I haven't been paying much attention to the Blizzard news or BlizzCon news. Aside from I started the latest episode of Core. And yeah, Core. And my dog's coughing over here. And they were talking about that they kind of tempered expectations for Diablo 4. I'm on the boat with them. They're talking about maybe another expansion for Diablo 3. I would think, something to kind of, make people, tease them a little bit, but also keep them kind of happy going for a little bit longer until more stuff comes out. I think actually then the other thing I had heard too was a little bit of on the starting zone. They were talking about, they announced the order for the island invasions coming up. So like those folks so when you do the island expeditions, you get those folks that invade the island about 3/4 of the way through. And they set them on like a weekly schedule now. And so what's coming up in about 3 weeks is the third one that's going to be happening is Old Gods. So that would be in time with happening and hitting right after BlizzCon. So maybe we get some hints and some more information towards that, with then that island expedition invasion coming right after. So I'm voting Old Gods. We're gonna hear more.
No, this isn't an Old God expansion.
There's no old gods to see here. No.
So that's my crazy prediction there. What else we got? We got any predictions from the chat room? Anybody got any?
Yeah, Winchester's saying 120 Elite Taran Chieftain. Yeah, that'd be fun. There's some Five-Fingered Death Punch and some Kiss being brought up. Since the Triumvirate, I don't think that... I keep trying to say Triumvirate because now I have Rush in my head. I don't see any other predictions.
Oh. I just noticed that the order of the cameras on the podcast is different than I was paying attention to before. It's flipped, like you said earlier, and I didn't register.
The order of the cameras? What do you mean?
Yeah. Like before, like in Discord, Silverbolt's above me, and which makes sense. And Turarts is over here. But when I do this on the podcast, it's reflected. So Turarts is actually like down there, and I'm looking down on Barf. And Silverbolt's like that way.
Here's a story of a converted podcast.
Right. So like before I was like queuing towards people, like looking at them, but it's not happening at all. I was just pointing at nothing. Nothing. Like my accuracy and predictions for BlizzCon.
Yeah, and to the audio listeners, you should know that basically the chat room has watched Galv point at nonsense this whole show. And, just basically
not
generally
only were my
be clueless.
Points nonsense, but my points were nonsense.
I like Hollywood Squares. I think that sounds about right.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
We should totally do that sometime.
The next show will have 9 people on. It'll be great.
Draven says in chat he's predicting Overwatch, a new DPS hero. WoW, Najatar, Hots, Ajara, and there we go. Hots, Ajara, and Imperius, and Diablo in Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Ashara.
They already have Bowser. It's the same thing, right? Bowser and Diablo are the same character.
Close enough.
That's the way
So maybe Bowsette. They're going to introduce Bowsette.
Yeah, that'd be good. She'll be perfect for Super Smash Brothers. Please, nobody Google Bowsette. Don't.
Thrallzette?
Don't. We're not.
Thrallzette. Oh. But isn't that what's her name? Isn't that Gren?
Oh yeah, there's the alternate reality Thrall.
Yeah, and he had a girlfriend. It was great. They had a baby, right?
Put safe search on, everybody, please. I'm begging you.
Ash is saying a new range DPS and WoW.
Oh, that'd be
Ooh.
rad.
Ooh, that'd be
You know what?
fantastic.
I mean, everybody knows melee
So-
is better than ranged, but I mean, a new ranged class would be fine too.
I don't know if they're going to be doing more classes. I know they're definitely capitalizing on allied races for sure. I think we're going to finally find out when we're going to get our Kultirans and our Zandalari, or at least
Ooh.
when we can start
Yeah,
working. You know
probably.
what the. I mean, we're going to have most of the reps already to begin with what's going on, but I think we'll finally know when. I mean, I think it'd be even cooler. It's like when you go home, the new patch, and look, you can finally play Kultirans and Zandalari.
They did that a couple of years
Draven's-
ago with Hearthstone, where they said that the new expansion will be out before the end of the month, before the end of the year, and then they said, well, before the end of the month, well, before the end of the week, tomorrow, it'll be out tomorrow. That was a fun
There you go.
announcement.
You said that 2 dunes ago.
I think we might hear. Oh, I was going to say. I think we might hear the Fox, the Volpira. Maybe we'll hear about them coming in.
That's what Winchester's saying in chat. Yeah, Volpira.
Yeah, I definitely think the Volpira. I don't know about what would the Alliance version would be, because they're definitely the Volpira are definitely going towards Horde side.
I still want my snake lizard man.
Those are friggin' cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The dudes out of Ninjago.
Yeah.
The guys that the Alliance encounter once in the beginning of Vol'dun when you go over there, and then never again. And this whole time I'm going, yeah, they're clearly an Alliance allied race. They'll be great. Lizard folk, it'll be wonderful. Some snake people.
That's such a good idea.
Well, Buck, I have a question for you super quick.
Yeah, what's up?
We've been talking about BlizzCon and our predictions, but there's no CTR party this year. But I hear we have some stuff going on. What's up with that?
We totally do. So I just, like 30 minutes before we went live with the show, I posted on the CTR Guild CTR Guild Twitter account, and also the CTR Discord, actually. If you go from the Discord into the BlizzCon general chat room, you should see it. I posted the schedule of events for the CTR mini meetups, which are going to be hosted at the BlizzCon. I have the little graphic I made here. The live audience can see it. To the audio listeners, I do strongly suggest you head over to twitter.com/CTRguild or into our Discord to take a look at it. But basically, what's going to happen is we're going to have a couple of people responsible for each little meetup as raid leaders. And when you go to the thing, you're going to be able to hang out with the people. The whole point is let's have a bunch of little places to hang out with the people. So, for example, the Packing District is having a Halloween event on Wednesday night that we are going to host a small gathering at. We're also going to have folks... what was the next big one that I wanted to talk about? We're going to have a couple of groups go and get their tickets and their goodie bags all together. So we're going to be shuffling people around there. The big thing that I wanted to make sure that everyone was super duper aware of, Friday at 12:30 p.m., 12:30 in the afternoon, Friday the 2nd, we're trying to organize a big community-sized group photo. We're trying to have basically everybody, as many people as we can, who are going to be at BlizzCon, who are going to be, members of the CTR community, not even just the guild, but the community at large. Everybody, get your butts to the spot where we're going to have the photo. It's going to be at the end of the convention center. I believe the location we picked is as you approach the convention center from the Hilton. If you hang a hard right and go to the end of, like, the outside of the arena, there's like a big convention center sign. We're going to be taking as large a group photo as we can squeeze everybody into. And that's going to be at 12:30 on Friday.
I hope you need a wide lens for that.
I'm hoping that we need a wide lens. I want to see just a pile of people there. I think that would be absolutely rad. So for the full schedule of events, please head over to Twitter or Discord. You can check that out. But that's what we're going to be. That's what we're going to be doing.
We do have a quick question about this in chat. Bajir74 asks the Packing District ? So I'm guessing, where is that at?
I've never been there. The address is on the tweet. I can actually find it right here. It's BlizzCon General.
I think it's like a
Packing-
big district for food and breweries and just kind of a place to hang out for that day.
Yeah, it's going to be at 440 South Anaheim Boulevard. And it's this, I've never been there. I've looked at it on the internet. It's this spot where, you know, they're going to have a bunch of food and drinks. I think they're hosting a Halloween event. It's supposed to be really cool. The raid leader for that is Eve, at CK Ekholm on Twitter, or Eve Liani in Convert to Raid. Go ahead and find her.
Ash would know more if you want to hit up hashtag. Ash is the one who suggested that place, and he is a local. So he'll be able to fill you in on more details on what that actually is, what's all involved. I remember him mentioning something about one of the breweries there or nearby to there is one of the breweries that provides the special brews for BlizzCon.
Oh, cool.
So.
Yeah, so it should be a
See,
good
I
party.
thought you were just talking about Karanos the whole time, so whatever.
Kaya doesn't seem to see it on Twitter. I thought I definitely did post it. Is twitter.com/CTRguild.
I just retweeted a bunch of stuff. So.
Yeah, CTR Guild, definitely up.
And I will poke Mr. Crane and get him to retweet that on the CTR one too.
On the podcast one, you mean?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that'd be rad. That'd be a ton of exposure. Yeah, we were excited about this. When news came down the pike that, you know, the things were what they were and we weren't going to be having a party, we really still wanted to do something that was, hey, we're still a community. We're going to do cool stuff as a community. So there's going to be a CTR contingent at Con Before the Storm. There's going to be a CTR contingent at DitchCon and like all those, like all the different things. We're trying to be a little bit of everywhere.
Just so you can guarantee that, you know, if it's your first BlizzCon, you're going to have friends. That's the biggest thing, that you're going to have people that you're going to know, people who you can hang out with and trust with and be there and around with, who will show you the ropes, show you what to see, what you can, what great places to eat, and whatnot. So that's the biggest thing, is just to be a support group for newcomers, people coming alone, anything like that. So we want to make sure that everybody is welcome. So.
Yep. Gonna be great.
I'm still so jealous you guys are going. I'll have to get out there sometime.
We'll get you. Turarts too. We got to drag you out there.
Someday.
Oh, yeah.
Next year it might be a possibility, like bigger than most. So we'll see. I'm not going to promise.
You heard it here. She promised.
I mean, the pretzels can't be as large out there as they are here, but
They're
we
not.
can still find some.
They're not.
Yeah.
They're not. If anyone doesn't know about the Galv friendship pretzel, it's a story that will be passed down through family lines for generations.
They'll
I think
still
the
be processing.
pretzel's still being passed down through family
Right, yeah.
lines.
My children and my children's children will still be getting the cellulite from that pretzel.
Good pretzel.
It was big.
Well,
What
Gal,
else is on this?
thank you so much for coming by to join us to gossip about BlizzCon. Before we kick you the heck out of here, do you have any shout-outs for us?
Oh, well, my kids, girlfriend, raid team, raid teams. I got 2 raid teams. I appreciate you guys having me on. I actually prepped something for Sal, but she's not here. So I'll show you guys, but I don't know what it would do to the sound if I started cranking on my tuba. How loud was that?
That was actually
perfect.
okay. It was audible. It wasn't blowing anything out.
My kid just like walked into the bell. Oops. Get your arm out of there. Jeez. It's gonna go right. Move. Anyway,
sir,
I
what seems to be
busted
wrong with what seems to be the matter with your tuba? Yeah, it just stopped playing. It's just all muffled and stuff like that. Well, sir, I believe you have a kid stuffed in here.
Kid stuffed in
He's like crawling in the end as I'm playing.
The
Yeah.
least effective brass mute that anyone's ever tried to use. Just a
And-
full child.
And the most argumentative, to be sure.
Well, before we let you go, I cannot let you off the hook. Now, I know you said you're on 2 raid teams. We're going to focus on the fire department.
Yes.
You got to name everyone on the team.
Oh my God! Everyone on the team. Let's start with the most. See, we got Hallen, Jafafa, Theory, me, Draven. See, we have a rotating group. Okay, I'll start with the healers. So we got Ops is healing right now. Gardelin is healing right now. We got Epic. Oh my God, Epic is fantastic. So we picked up some new people, and Epic's a rogue that even though rogues aren't where they're supposed to be, she just kills everyone every time. And then Murder's trying to catch up. That's Draven's character. And it just doesn't work out. No matter what the week, he'll get a new piece. Oh, 390, Titan Forged, slaying axe of, Paladin-ness. Nope, he can't touch her. You got Black. You've got Scodge. See if I can go by class here. Foolproof is occasionally there. Sakushu's rarely there these days. Yamo was tanking, but he took a different job, so he had to step down for a bit. Let's go through Artemis, the Hunter group. Sashara. We got Marcos is playing Hunter right now. Am I missing any of the priests? Probably. Okay, am I missing any of the druids? Probably. We got one demon hunter right now, and I'm gonna totally mess that one up. God, how many am I up to? I must be up to like 14, right?
It's your job to
Ish.
count them, man. I don't know your team.
Oh, we have Jadia. We've got Tequila's on Warlock right now. We've got we've got someone. Yeah, you wish he had a 390 weapon. Yeah, you need one to catch up. I'm just trash talking Draven a little bit there. I'm missing like 4 people at least. I'm missing 4 people at least. And he's not on the team. He's not on the raid team. Thank them a lot. Yeah, I'll remember to do that.
I
I'm
think
missing some people.
you named a lot of them, though. We'll let you slide this time. Next time, be prepared, because I ask this question every time.
I think I did pretty well.
I
think
would say so.
I think I got
You
like
didn't have-
4 out of 5. Oh, Arkino, Irun. Let's see. Now I'm kind of cheating a little bit here.
She stumped me on mine. I had to name every guild in CTR, every
Oh,
sub guild.
that's impossible. I have a shirt. It's like naming all the lakes in Minnesota. You can't do it.
There's only 10 guilds.
But see,
There's
not all of
10,000
us.
lakes.
Not all of us is a greeter who has a character in every single one and has to know which one they're in.
Well,
There's
not?
14,700 lakes in Minnesota, actually. 10,000 lakes is just the abbreviation.
some of the lakes are abbreviated. They
Yeah,
evaporate in the summertime. It's fine.
Oh, and Jomric the shaman. God, he's gonna get me on trouble later for that. And Shadow. Boo. All right, I got close. I tried. They're off rating anyway. The only one that's paying attention is Draven, who's probably not DPSing all that well.
Because he's listening, or
Yeah, probably.
just because?
No, he's got pretty good DPS. Not as good as Epic, but she's a world killer. So, like, if Epic had stabbed Azeroth instead of who was the boss of the last expansion, Sargeras, Azeroth would be straight up dead. So yeah.
All right, man. Well, lastly, how can we find you on the internet?
Mostly when I'm behaving myself and staying on schedule, Galvanid is the twitch.tv/Galvanid, or on Twitter, Galvanid Online. You can also find me in Discords for Convert to Raid Guild, a bunch of different sub guilds. I pitch in with the chickens from time to time. Follow Banana Republic. Hydro Volunteer Fire Department, obviously, and the Guild Vex on Thunderlord as well, which is how I got started in this whole big mess in the first place. So, yeah. If you see Galvanid on an online game, probably me. No one else has a name that dumb.
All right, man. Thanks very much for coming out. We're going to kick you out of here now so we can pull on Ash and get in a little bit of that raid report before bedtime. All right?
Yes. Get some of that ash.
Take it easy, man.
Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
All right. And while we bring on... Oh, geez. Where's the button? While we bring on Ash. Hey, T.
It's time for tea!
Time for tea.
What? Okay, so guild events, basically BlizzCon stuff. So just watch that guild calendar. Not guild calendar, but if you're going to BlizzCon, make sure you're checking out when things are happening. I am going to shout this out now, and I'll shout it out again. Thank you to everyone who did the I don't know what to call it, but the Dr. Anthony Bean get to know what gaming's about thing. I don't think we've ever really had a good title for it, but yes, I'm sad I couldn't attend, but I had plans. There is going to be another one. For those of you that don't know what this is, Dr. Anthony Bean is a psychologist. He's been on tour and Think Tank. He's been on a couple other podcasts. He does a lot with gaming and how it helps with PTSD and anxiety and all this stuff. So it's really a lot of educational stuff, a lot of big words when he was on one of the podcasts that I had to look up. But he knows his stuff. And what he does is he has his students come in and has players such as Silver and Barf talk about the game and why they love it and different aspects of it. And it's a great way to showcase why you love this game. And the thing is, the guild does just an amazing job at representing our family-friendly focus, our passion, our experience, that he comes to us to ask if we can help him with this. So that says a lot about you all. We just had it this Saturday, so thanks to Cuddles for hosting it and for everyone that showed up. And he has messaged me saying he wants to do another one, future date, TBD, for some of his students who couldn't make it. So if you see me talking about it in Discord or in the game, that's what it's about, and you should come hang out. These two, I think, had a good time. I know Cuddles said it went great, so yes, I will shout you all again, but shout out to everyone who made that a success. And yeah, that's all I had while Ash is doing the raid reports. You still have time to get chat room or Twitter shout outs in, but Ash, how's it been going?
It's going good for me. Just doing what we do. Keep raiding, keep pushing progression. You know, it's the same old, I guess. But we're ready for a raid report if you guys are.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's jump into it. Rubber Chickens have another kill. Zool is down. We've got... Sorry, while I remaneuver my windows around here. The Troublemakers have Gahoon down on normal. Banana Republic moving in. Oh, Troublemakers moving into Heroic have Mother down as well. Banana Republic has taken out Fetid Devourer, Salad Senate HTX, and Insomnia Saints, all also bringing down the three-headed strutting puppy dog thing. The Gruel's Gone Wild team and Standard Dragon Protocol both took out Zekvaz, and that very troublesome pile of blood and gore, Vectus, was finally taken out by Epic Eggplants, threat level midnight, 9 to midnight, Resolve Raid 6, Hump Day Heroes, Hell to Pay, and the Fallen Knights.
I feel like if I tried to pick up Vectus, he would feel like just sloppy eggs. Like he's thick and soupy, but he just congeals a little.
Way before. I really hadn't thought of it that way before.
Yeah, like a bowl of eggs. Just try and pick them up with your fingers. I feel like that's what Vectus would feel like.
Like cooked or uncooked?
No. Uncooked, recently cracked, just gloopy with parts in it.
Yeah.
Different
so
thicknesses.
congratulations to those guys for their for hard boiling some Vectus. Let's go to Zool, who was taken out by Dark One's Own Luck, Casually Elite, and the fire department. And I think that was mentioned tonight on the show that they are working on Anthrax, something like that. Keep Going, It's Fine, Face Pull, Project Fail Sauce, all taking out Mithrax.
Everything all right, T?
There's a moth on my camera.
I can't see him. Is it the moth
See, I
from earlier?
thought this was like protection from the anthrax.
She's gonna poke it. It's gonna fly at her.
All right.
It's like a raid boss.
I'm sorry, T.
Update, it's not a moth, it's a stink bug.
Oh, God.
They're less scary but more threatening.
The cat's gonna eat it. It's not gonna go well.
Oh, that cat's like a...
No.
Hey, that could be a really good battle pet. Okay, beetles are awesome. You need to think twice. You might want to keep it.
Nice pen. Is that a pilot?
It is, yes. You can get a big pack at Costco for like $12.
Oh, where's
And they
mine?
even throw a couple of reds in there.
We can
Pilots.
join you as friends. Oh,
I got-
mine's nowhere. I don't know where mine went.
They're my favorite. I got a bunch
You
of
have
them.
the whole. I love these for home pins at work. We have they're 0.5 or 0.3, but they're really micro, but they're good at work because I have little boxes I have to check when I do drives.
I like
These are my good
0.7s.
home pins.
And I like them at work because I did a lot of work outside, and so in the wintertime, they didn't freeze like ballpoints freeze.
Yeah, no, we have that problem too. These little I don't know what they are. I don't even know what the name is. They just buy them and give them to us. They have been working outside when we have to stand there and judge people for their driving in the cold. All right, Cat ate the stink bug, so that crisis has been averted. So
It's going to come back up.
continue on with your raid
So
report.
I have to tell you that Rectified has the first ahead of the curve.
Woo!
Convert to Raid Guild, so congratulations to those guys. And they also took another mythic boss out. Mother is down or on our side or something. I think she gave some treasure after you saved her or something. So,
Operation Hot Mother is a very complex military maneuver.
I hadn't heard of it.
You've never heard of
exactly
Operation Hot Mother?
Mm-mm.
You need to
Hadn't
watch the
heard
rest
of
of
it
the
in
development.
that. Okay. I haven't finished the latest season. Is it part of that? 'Cause I
Season
don't
2 or 3.
remember. An
Yeah.
older one? Okay.
Mhm.
I've watched all the older ones, but I don't remember Operation Hot Mother. I just don't. There's only so many things. Oh, it's perfect. That's a good battle pet right there. Those, you got to use the survival thing. They can live through death.
It's
That'll
like,
win a fight
like
against a robotic squirrel.
It's like March of the Murlocs or whatever it is, where they all come running through stampeding because, you move a box or you move something. Yeah, we lost T. But it's like you move a box or you move something, and there's like 20 of them underneath it hanging out.
Yep. We're going to do a quick retcon. I got Kaifan in the chat room is letting us know that Gluttons for Punishment also made quite a bit of progression this last couple weeks, knocking out Gahoon on normal, which is no small thing. Heroic Talic and Mother are down for Gluttons for Punishment.
Congrats, Gluttons.
Yeah, good job.
Very nice. I'll give T a chance to get back here.
That is it for that. I am going to now check for Twitters. Anybody on the Twitters?
Last chance, get some stream shout-outs or Twitter shout-outs. Get them out now. I'll give T a second or two to get back. So, Ash, what are you looking forward to with BlizzCon coming up?
A lot. I mean, really want to know what the big Diablo secret is. So that's super curious. I always do, or I try to do a lot of the stuff over in the Darkmoon Fair area. Not necessarily the pin trading and all the little, little goofy things. That's all fun and everything, but I like for whatever reason, like the panels they have in that area are more intimate and like interesting. It's like the world making artists, like showing you how they actually build the terrain and add the art assets into the world and all the little teeny tiny things they do. Last year, I tell you a story. Last year, one of the funnest things that happened was we were sitting not in the very front row, but close to the front row, watching the animation artists do, up there, and they were talking about all the new animations that were going into the game at the time, and this girl started talking about the Arcane Mage animations, right? And so she's going into detail on the Arcane Mage animations, and they're doing the loops, the animation loops for like Arcane Blast and how they piece all the parts together. And they have this, tool that basically plays it like a video, but they put the little pieces in different parts of the video, And I'm like looking up there, I'm like, okay, so this is the girl. And I say this out loud to like the people around me. I'm like, okay, so this is the girl that's responsible for those stupid Arcane missile animations. And I kid you not, the guy 2 seats next to me was like, that's my girlfriend. Not even kidding.
Your girlfriend's bad at missiles.
Yeah,
like all tough.
yeah.
Like you had to really
Basically.
dive into the character now because
yeah.
now you're too deep. You have to be it now.
Yeah. I'm like, well, I don't like them, but
Whoops.
Congratulations on the girlfriend. She's cute. Good job. Oh well. But that's, one of those moments that you don't forget. Just insulted some guy's girlfriend. You suck at making animations. But every time I complain about the Arcane Missiles animations, everybody's like, "What are you talking about? They're awesome." And I'm like, I think they suck, but But those panels are really cool. Those panels over there, almost everything that happens in the Darkmoon Fair, as far as on the smaller stages, that stuff's really cool.
Oh, wait. That was good timing. How you doing, T?
She managed to let one of the cats knock out her power cord, is what she told me.
Oh no. It's just getting all rebooted.
That's fine. While we're waiting on her, I'll also tell you the Q&A is always entertaining. Like if you can be there live to like watch the goofy questions come up, and the developers just kind of shake their heads like, "Oh my god, I cannot believe you are asking this." That's always fun. And then they answer some other question, or they'll just answer the question with basically something along the lines of just information that's already available, widely available information. Anyway, that's always
Here,
fun,
let me
just for the
Google that for
entertainment
you.
value. Exactly.
Welcome back, T.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Cats are great. Great.
We do have a couple of chat room shout-outs. Who's doing
That we
them?
do. I typically do them. Did we have any Twitter shout-outs?
Unfortunately, the latest tweet I see on our little feed is 6 days old, so I don't think that would include any shout-outs.
All right. Well, chat room shout-outs. Kel says, shout out to Kayafin and all the CTR greeters. They're an awesome group of people. I will second that. Kayafin CTR has 2 shout-outs. One to Barfolomew, Silverbolt, and Lochran for rocking the class Saturday, teaching folks about World of Warcraft, guilds, and communities. Also, shout out to Drethin and Namastia for walking for the cure this coming Saturday, walking to end cancer in the name of one of our own. Winchester, shout out to Drethin and his wife for always being such a great friend and showing me the ways of TSM. Thank you, Obi-Wan. And finally, Frogspout, shout out to the rest of the raid leaders for BlizzCon. I can't believe that in 7 days I will be over there. And looking at the chat room, I think that about does it.
Well, that's great. How about you guys? Do you have any shout outs before we go? Silver.
Yeah, I just want to say that I've got a big shout out for we're calling ourselves the CTR BlizzCon meetup crew. I'm be myself. We got Barf, we got Sprout, we've got Lonnie, Evilani. I'm scrolling back up here in our chat. We've got Vash, Stal,
And Ash, right?
Ash. Yeah, I think that is our team right now. Pretty much, we did what we could to try to at least have something for you guys this year. We couldn't just leave it out there hanging. That's what we're here for. We're here for the community, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to make sure that there was something for you guys this year at BlizzCon. So, that's my shout outs. Ash, you got anyone?
You know, not much. Shout out to Lonnie sitting right next to me. She left her mic on voice activation earlier and embarrassed the ever-living crap out of me. So shout out to her for that. That's always humbling and should happen periodically in someone's life so that they, remember to keep their mouth shut most of the time.
I am going to shout out to Cuddles for hosting the class event for me. Like I said, I had something I couldn't get out of, and so thank you for stepping up and helping organize that. And to everyone who attended, I don't have a list of everyone. I do know that Barf was there, and Silver was there, and Lochran was there. But thank you to everyone who stepped up and helped out Dr. Bean with that.
Kaya was there. She showed everybody how to win a duel.
Nice. That is awesome. My husband was a priest, and he used to win by mind controlling back when you could mind control me off of things. Those were good times. Yes, the good old days. But yeah, shout out to that. And then shout out to everyone who, I know Silver kind of said this, but to stepped up within the lieu of the CTR party and still made sure that the community could get together. Even though I am not going, I'm always a proponent of that online thing. And we're going to probably see some pictures. I know there's some hashtags going out. So take those pictures if you're going so us at home can kind of live vicariously through you.
Yes, keep your eye on hashtag CTR BlizzCon. CTR BlizzCon on the social medias.
Awesome. Barf, do you got any shout outs?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out the DJ. I think he gets a bunch of guff and he doesn't deserve it. I also want to shout out to the meetup planning committee. Y'all guys are great. We had some great meetings, productive conversations, that sort of thing. We took some ideas that, could have maybe worked and refined them into something that definitely will work, and that was really exciting. It's kind of hard for me personally to put something together like this because I don't have any experience with it, and we had some folks in that group that really knew what they were doing. So if it goes well, it's because of them. And if it goes poorly, it's because of the DJ. So that's going to be it for the show, everybody. The next show is going to be on November 12th. It's going to be the Asparagus Initiative. The Asparagis themselves are going to be here. We're going to be missing a week because of BlizzCon, but November 12th, we will be back. That's going to do it for the show. You can find us on Twitter at @converted_CTR. Turarts is at Turarts. Silverbolt is at Worgen BM Hunter. Esh is at Eshelon, and I am at a bonus level. And it just occurred to me that I read the next show part, even though it wasn't my thing. So, for Turarts.
Bye.
For Eshelon.
See you later.
For Silverbolt.
Toodaloos.
And for myself. We'll see you next time, everybody.
You can follow the show on Twitter at @converted_CTR. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Converted Podcast. And find us on our Twitch channel, Converted Podcast. And join us live every other Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
This podcast is a part of the Signals Media All-Star Network. For more information on this and other fine shows, go to signalsmedia.com. It's okay to stick our stuff in your ears. Really.
Cool. Good show.
Awesome.
Thank you, Silver, for coming
Thank
in.
you, guys.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thank you.
Is in the proverbial can.
Yeah. It was definitely a pleasure to be on this show. Dude, I'm getting the sick out of me now. I got
Good.
sick on Monday, so getting it out. I am not going to be patient zero this year. I promise you that. I'm getting it all out now, so that'll be all good.
You got your flu shots? I got mine last week. Get your flu shots.
Yep.
Do it.
Got mine about 2-3 weeks ago. So I've been flying with work. I've been flying way too much in the last. I think I totaled it up. I was on 6 flights in 10 days. So I am bound to get sick on one of them. So. All right.
I went in for a checkup and they made me get a flu shot because I work with the public. So even though I'm not going to BlizzCon, flu shots, they're good.
Definitely.
But I think we're not going to do much of a post show tonight. I know I'm not feeling it. Ash usually is running off helping people with stuff. I'm not speaking for you two, but I'm going to go. So chat room.
Also going to bail as well. I have an early
got
morning
some-
tomorrow, so.
I got some Arathi Highlands rares to go kill.
Okay.
Go
Yeah,
get
go
more
get a
pets.
4th mouth tonight.
That's right.
Mount.
Going to get more pets. Good night, T.
All right.
Good night,
Good night,
Silverbolt. Good
Versus.
night,
Bye,
Barb.
everybody.
Good
I
night,
love you, chat.
room.